Hello, Karu. I intended to make this early this morning and I got busy doing other things, and so therefore you're getting a quick noon update on what happened yesterday. And actually, while I've done a bunch of stuff today, so it's going to be a little bit of an amalgam between the 2 days. So, yesterday, we actually got a lot done. I'm going to show you here. So this is the back of the house, and the goal was to get rid of all the garbage that was here. We actually have gotten rid of all the garbage that was there. There's obviously, it's a bit of a mess right now, but that's because I'm about to do some work in this space, which I will talk about in tomorrow's video. But there was ivy all along this wall that's been removed. Part of this vine that's going up here, up there, has now been removed. All of the detritus that was stacked back here has been removed, with the exception of those two pieces of glass right over there. We disassembled the, Sarah calls it a Welsh cupboard, which is a break front or a hutch. And we had that disassembled and right here, but it was removed today. I guess I'm getting into what we're doing today. But yeah, so I'm going to, so yeah, all this stuff is gone. We took away 4 giant bags of yard waste. That whole corner, we're going to have to take that ivy down at some point, but that is a job for later this autumn. Yeah, interestingly, there's a couple of doves that seem to have a nest in that little palm tree there. But yeah, so it was actually quite a bit of work. Physical labor. It was super fun. Our friend Davith. Yeah, so what happened was our friend Davith Ellis, who's the gentleman who helped us get part of the scaffolding removed, he came by yesterday morning to see what was up with the scaffolding. And since it was still here, we drafted another letter to send them, which I think maybe just made them more upset with us, but I don't know. But then we were talking about trying to get rid of the rubbish back here, and we'd actually arranged to have someone come. We talked about having someone come take it. And we told Davith that we had some brand new pieces of guttering and downspout that we would like to give away to someone, but we were going to have to throw it away if we couldn't find anyone. And he called a couple of people and couldn't find anyone to take it. So then he called us back, but we talked about what we needed to do to get things ready, and he said, and we called somebody where had arranged for someone to come pick up all the garbage and the yard waste, but they were going to charge us 150 pounds. And so we got it all cleaned up. Took us, I don't know, 4 hours maybe to take down all the ivy and pack it into these bags, and then filled up bags with rubble, pieces of the render that had broken off, or like the plaster that they use underneath it, that there were big chunks of it that were still had been tossed into the garden. We separated it all, put it into bags, and had it all sitting here. And then Davith called back and he said, I have a guy who'll come take your downspout and your gutter. I was like, oh, great. And he said, we'll come by around 6:30. was like, awesome. And so the guy showed up and he walked back here. And since he'd been here before, we'd gotten everything staged and ready to get thrown away. And, uh, and he said, oh, he's got a trailer. I'll just ask him if he'll take this for you. And so he took everything except for the Welsh cupboard, brake front, the hutch. They call it a Welsh cupboard here. I don't know. When I say hutch to somebody here, they say, you mean like a rabbit hutch? Anyway, yeah, so he took it all and he said, give the guy 20 pounds. And I gave him 40 pounds. But it was some guy showed up with a trailer, with an Ivor Williams trailer, just if you get that reference, Carew. And it was a big, like a couple of, as he said, farm lads. An older guy, like, I don't know, maybe in his 40s, 30s or 40s, and then a young guy, like in the early 20s. And the young guy was huge. He was like, I don't know, probably 6'3" and probably 200 to 250 pounds. And he just like grabbed these, we had these massive bags of yard waste that like I could carry one of them, you know, like holding both handles and went out. He put one in each hand and kind of pressed them over his head and walked out with them. It was crazy. Anyway, so yeah, all that stuff is gone. It's a huge relief to have that all gone. We were able to move this picnic table that I'm sitting at here from that space over there to this space here for the moment. And then we'll be able to have, this is the last big thing I was concerned about getting done before we leave. Yeah, it was a good day. That's my story. I'm sticking to it.